Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the NERDWatch podcast. We are in the second week of September. Third week of September? Why is this an earthquake thing going on? Stop trying to knock over the best superhero movie ever. That's Iron Man and Captain America Stand Tall. Iron Man. Aaron Man.
We had to change his name for
copyright reasons. We are, of course, the NERDWatch.
And Captain Balak.
And we are here on the NERDWatch, and we are here on Akaku, here on YouTube, eventually. I think that's how it works.
It'll be 2 years in the future.
Right. Absolutely right.
Hello from the past.
Hello from the past.
So hopefully this is still relevant.
That's right. So
hello, everybody.
Just know that... just know if it's in the past, the Maui Comic-Con was amazing. You should not have missed it if you did.
Incredible. We celebrated Darkwing Duck's
Maui
25th
Comic-Con
anniversary.
2017 was the one to go.
That was the one to go to.
Are we
though.
that far in the future?
Yeah, that's how far in the future we
We
are
said a
now.
couple years in the future.
That's right, we did.
You talk about 2018 right now.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well,
Now we just defeated that whole thing. So.
We did. We're joined by Gannon, the punk rock superstar. He doesn't like the moniker, but I love it. The horror aficionado. His favorite month is coming up very shortly, and horror movies will be on tap in just a couple months, or just a month here. He is a Halloween.
One this week?
There is the Blair Witch, baby. The Blair Witch. I'm all over that.
I saw that in the theater the first time, and I was like genuinely scared.
Were you?
Because I didn't watch any of the, they didn't spoil things back then. Right. You went in the theater, it was like a fresh experience, and it was really scary to me.
The phenomenon of the movie is better than the actual movie itself.
I couldn't watch it a second time, but the first time it was scary.
Agreed. I'll agree with you. That does make a good point. Also joining us is our gaming guru, the one and only Phormat is in the house, and of course, the majority of the men here that do play games, their console of choice is the PlayStation. A very divisive announcement was made by PlayStation this past week.
You say divisive, I say divisive.
You say divisive? Saying we should.
Let's just call the whole thing off.
Yes,
they're going to remove the earphone ports.
I was also going to bring up the fact that iPhone 7 has also been announced.
The most pointless.
Yeah, it's somebody put up an awesome meme that compared it to an Android phone that said "Welcome to 2014," which was fantastic. It was very funny. I shouldn't laugh.
How timely!
I know. I got a freaking iPhone. Anyway.
Steve Jobs. He's a Cord. Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
he's a visionary.
He's a visionary, but now he's dead. Anyway,
just now.
Mm-hmm.
Just now.
Yeah. Also joining us this evening is Alika, the man who is the comic book chairman. Also the man who is the
wow.
Yeah.
You keep moving up.
Wow.
You're the chairman. He's also.
How come his title keeps changing? We're stuck on horror aficionado.
Yeah. Well, what would you like to be called?
I don't
Every
know.
time I hear horror aficionado, I keep thinking of Scary Fish.
Horror Rear Admiral?
The horror rear admiral.
That is an option.
It's not too bad, I will admit. But Alika is in the house. He's also the man who is putting on the amazing first annual Maui Comic-Con in Lahaina. So that'll be fun.
Steve Lealoha making his appearance.
Blessing
us with all of his legendary goodness.
Yeah, he will be there as well.
A lot of fables, a lot of old vintage 70s stuff that he's been on, Spider-Woman.
Speaking of legends...
Yo.
There's also one other person that joins us tonight.
Swan. What? No?
The Legend of Swan.
The Swan. Oh, it took the iPhone to knock over Civil War.
Civil War's over.
Oh, man. Joining us tonight, and the man who
That's how I feel about the movie.
He's drawing his cover for his next installment of Disco Thunder Groove Bone.
This is page 6.
Oh, it's page 6? Well, you know what, Todd? I call it the cover.
Okay.
So...
Because you're dumb.
You say page 6.
Because you don't know what cover looks like
the
to cover.
Todd Bernardi is in the house, local comic book artist extraordinaire.
Yay.
Hi, guys. Yeah, he's here.
Michael McDonald lookalike.
Yeah. Kenny Loggins lookalike.
You guys can. You guys could book me at parties. That's cool.
This is it. Anyway,
can't do that.
Can you picture like the opening of Ghostbusters 2 where he shows up to a kid's party and like he goes in there fully singing songs? The kids like, I wanted to see, well, they would be He-Man, I guess, but they'd be like, I wanted to see Pikachu.
That's right. Something strange in the neighborhood.
Why would he be singing the Ghostbusters?
Who are you going to call?
He's not pretending to be Ray Parker.
I don't think I could pull off Ray Parker. What do you guys think?
Not with the beard.
No,
definitely not with the beard.
Okay.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad you could be with us tonight. Just to let you guys know, today, talking about a couple of cool things very shortly, but what I want to get to first is November 5th and 6th here in Maui at Lahaina Cannery Mall on the other side of the island, or on your side of the island, wherever you are.
Hopefully they reopen the road before then.
Yes, they will. Hopefully so. It is the first annual Maui Comic-Con, courtesy of Maui Comics and Collectibles, and us here at the NERDWatch who are just, how can we say, we're supporting.
Don't be modest.
I was going to say, supporting is like the most underhanded word I've heard.
Yeah. Thanks for your support.
Mm-hmm. Get out of my face. Know what the NERDWatch is like? The NERDWatch is like a good bra. It's
we're way better when we're on the floor.
It's all guys, so it's more of a bro
or a man's ear.
The more money you spend, the nicer we look.
That's right. We're very supportive. Any
you guys will be doing the panels and interviews for us.
And aren't you glad we are?
Can you give us a bit of a rundown of what's happening at the first annual Maui Comic-Con?
Todd Bernardi will be there.
He will be.
All you need to know. But also, in case you're curious, there are other
There's going to be
it's more than just Todd Bernardi.
Steve Lealoha, of course, Marvel legendary inker.
Yes.
We've got James Silvani and Aaron Sparrow, the writer and artist from the current run of Darkwing Duck. It's the 25th anniversary of Darkwing Duck. And I believe we have more of the creative staff coming, so we'll make that announcement as
we should see how they feel about this DuckTales Darkwing Duck controversy.
Aaron Sparrow's been very vocal on his Twitter about this. What? It's very funny.
What's he said?
DuckTales and Darkwing Duck. It's a Great Epiphany. Are actually in different universes.
That's what he said.
There's 2 different launch pads we're seeing, and 2 different gyro gear looses apparently, and 2 different Gizmo Ducks.
That doesn't compute.
Even though they constantly make references to
the
other.
I think they.
The other.
Yeah, like Launchpad will be like, it just came back from Duckburg and all this.
So wait, it's an Earth too?
Exactly, like it's an alternate Earth.
Okay, here's the problem though.
Why make it that complicated?
Well,
granted, I could say about DC Comics, but
because DuckTales is having their new reboot. I don't know if you saw that, but we just got the new images of the new Launchpad McQuack. Doesn't look familiar from what we're used to seeing for DuckTales and stuff like. Yeah, he's a completely redesigned character. So the rest of them are going to be redesigned.
He's got tattoos now.
But if you watch,
it was because DC had such success with Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. They're like, we got to do Marvel.
And this duck has black feathers.
I don't know if you guys have watched the new Mickey Mouse season 1. They restarted the animation, and it's a whole new style. They kind of use the old 1930s style Mickey Mouse to model it after, but it's modern animation and techniques.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Very fun cartoon, very well done, and it's won all kinds of awards. I think season 2 is about to come out.
Cool.
But all this new Disney stuff, and the Darkwing Duck's 25th anniversary, we're going to have a lot of them there for the con.
Sweet.
So that's going to be exciting.
And then also the Hawaii Comic Book Alliance is going to be there.
Yeah, a lot of local creators, a lot of guys coming from Oahu, so we appreciate them coming out and giving us their time. And we got Sam. Wait, who do we got?
Sam Campos.
Sam Campos is coming. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure we had him confirmed.
I almost dated Sam Campos once.
Different Sam Campos.
Oh, different one. Never mind.
Not a Samantha.
Never mind.
Not a Samantha.
That was Holo Holo Girl, right?
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. She had a fun column. She was funny. Where is she, by the way?
California.
Cali?
She's in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Practicing Santeria.
Sanctuary City. Got it.
So yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of local creators, local artists. Todd Bernardi's gonna be there. Of
nice.
Shane O'Shaughnessy.
Shane O'Shaughnessy?
Which is
Shane O'Shaughnessy.
Every time I would see him when I first met him, I would always mix up the Shane and the Sean in his name. I'd be like, "Hey, Sean O'Shaughnessy."
And then he punched
with names like Shane O'Shaughnessy and Todd Bernardi, you would think it's Howlycon.
Oh, wow.
But
that's
hey, how dare you?
Can we rename it that?
But of course, Greg Turner being the more ethnic of the three.
Ethnic of all the three.
Nice. If we were going to have a Howlycon, you would definitely be the MC.
Nobody went for my original title, Kanakacon. So
Kanakacon's
a mean title, man. That's already taken, though, right?
I don't know. I never looked it up.
It's like the worst Decepticon ever.
It's like a pigeon spoken Transformer. Hey, brother, try move your butt, bro. That'd be awesome.
That's the worst local I've ever heard.
Hey, listen, I'm Howley. Well, not just Howley, but
you see you're Filipino all the time.
I do.
So it becomes convenient for you to not be Filipino.
I am Filipino. I have to be. It's part of my DNA.
Your Filipino accent.
He's Jalapeno.
I don't have a.
Jesus, this one. Okay, this one. Jesus.
All I get is hui. That's all I get.
That's not even that Filipino.
I know it's not.
Local people
I can do but I do answer to the call. I totally answer to that every time.
He's jalapeno.
Yeah, jalapeno.
I dated a Filipino girl once, and I tried that. She didn't know what I was doing.
What?
Yeah.
That's not. She ain't Filipino then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's not how it works, man.
You guys ever watch those videos with Mikey Bastos?
Yeah.
Those are hilarious.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, well, listen. First annual...
A case in point where racism can be fun. Fun and funny.
Fun and funny.
Thank you, Mikey Bastos.
Thank you, Bustos.
Bustos or Bastos?
I think it's Bustos. Yeah, how dare you.
I'm sorry.
Well, the first annual Maui Comic-Con...
That's one of his countrymen.
November 5th and 6th here in the lovely island of Maui. Join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's right.
We're also going to be having a lot of cosplay going on.
Cosplay
contest.
Wow.
We're going to have a photo booth if you want to dress up and come get your picture professionally taken by Split Stream Photography. They're going to be doing
Sweet.
There you
go.
Night Darling Cosplay, of course, organizing the cosplay contest for us.
And by the way, we failed to mention that this is an all-family event.
Yeah, it's going to be open to the public. We're going to be focusing on kids. We're going to have free face painting by Next Level Productions face painting.
Nice.
Rachel D. No, I'm going to mispronounce her name. Debor.
Is that what that is?
Rachel Debor.
She reached out to us on Facebook. She really wanted to be a part of the Maui Comic Con.
Yeah, she's gonna be doing face painting for all the kids, so that's really nice of her.
Wonderful.
And she's gonna be doing some full body painting demos too.
Oh, nice.
G, you volunteering?
I'm thinking about it.
Nice.
Instead of cosplaying Stay Puft Marshmallow Man,
I was
going
gonna
to paint you that way.
Be awesome. I would totally go for that.
I would totally watch that.
If there was,
and then all of a sudden it's not an all-age show.
Yeah.
Why don't you shut up, Todd?
If they make it look like marshmallows, like a cluster of marshmallows, that's fine. Right?
Well, the ironic thing is you wouldn't have to because...
We'd have to just cover it up with the no ghost logo.
See, what you guys don't understand is there's so much...
Wouldn't he just end up looking like the Michelin Man?
Instead of the ascot up here, it's down here.
No, you're missing the point. There's so much Stay Puft down here, you wouldn't even see it.
It's like Norbert. You wearing a bikini bottom?
That's right. No.
Of course I am.
Yeah. Well, listen, Maui Comic-Con happening November 5th and 6th, courtesy of Maui Comics and Collectibles and the NERDWatch. Please, people that are watching and listening, come support it. If you want more information, you can reach out to us here at the NERDWatch at facebook.com/NERDWatch, and of course, Maui Comics and Collectibles.
Walking around.
Yeah, if you see us walking around.
There's a Facebook page too for
yes,
the Maui
there
Comic-Con.
is. What is it? Just facebook.com/Maui Comic-Con.
And there's also an events page, and the website's about to go live in a few days.
Fantastic. All right.
By this weekend, you guys will probably see it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Before we get into all the festivities, it's time to talk about New Comic Book Wednesday here at Maui Comics and Collectibles, courtesy of Maui Comics and Collectibles and Todd Bernardi. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Todd.
Todd did an amazing job last week. And
would you like me to read that for you? I can read that for you.
How about I'll just list them and then you get your little peanut gallery comments.
All right, remember, we've only got another 45 minutes.
All right,
here we go.
That's not going to be enough.
That's the worst Madonna song
Action
ever.
Comics 963. Woo! Okay.
Creeping
Time,
ever
56.
closer to 1,000.
Wait.
Adventure Time.
How many?
Adventure Time.
56? They're already on
56, yeah.
They're already on 56?
Yeah,
One of the
dude.
greatest cartoons out there right now.
That is the longest Adventure Time. It's just...
And this is the second run.
That's like the Adventure Time that won't end.
Hang on a second. Can I ask you guys a question? Totally off topic. You don't have to get too crazy about it. Everybody keeps telling me about how... People keep telling me that Steven Universe is such a better cartoon than Adventure Time.
I wouldn't say better than Adventure Time, but if you like Adventure Time, you'll like Steven Universe. It's good.
Really?
It's the thought that goes into the music, and it seems like a very simple animated show, but the color direction and like the way they set moods and stuff. I mean, I'm a big animation fan, so when I notice small things like the art in the background, and a lot of people who like cartoons don't even realize that they like that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Steven Universe has a lot of eye appeal. and a lot of original music, and it's just very original concept.
And it's a little boy, right?
It's a young boy whose mom was a crystal gem, who are these space aliens who have these powers and gems in their tummy, and they're like basically toy fodder.
So they're Teletubbies?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
I only saw Steven Universe like maybe once or twice. And
yes.
I thought I was watching Shin-Chan for like
Shin-Chan?
20 minutes. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is nothing like Shin-Chan.
Can I tell you something? I've watched Shin-Chan. I cannot get into that.
That is my favorite cartoon. I used to watch it on the Japanese network where it was like way raunchier. Because the Americanized one on Adult Swim, they didn't show like all of the stuff.
Anyway, back to the comic book list. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take you off topic.
No, I love cartoons.
Thanks a lot, Todd.
Yeah, you told him not to go on a tangent, and you did.
Just blame Todd.
I love cartoons. Let's just do an all-cartoon episode one day.
We could do that.
I love cartoons, but you hate Hanna-Barbera, so you can't be.
That's true. I hate Hanna-Barbera. We could, on our next episode of the Nerd Watchmen, we will do that.
I thought it was NERDWatch Mackie.
I thought
it is.
We don't know yet. I haven't posted the first episode. We will. We're going to do another.
I thought it was NERDWatch Hot Hawaiian Nights.
Sponsored by Heineken.
How about Hot Nerd Hawaiian Nights? Hot Hawaiian Nerd
Because
Nights.
there's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
You're trying to insert nerd in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was trying to. It's not working. Anyway, go ahead.
All New Inhumans number 11. All New X-Men 13. All-Star Batman number 2.
Oh, speaking of, once again, I'm taking you off topic. Did anybody watch the deleted scene from X-Men Apocalypse that's hit the interwebs?
That's not even remotely anything to do with Batman.
No. He said X-Men.
He said all new X-Men.
All new X-Men. Did you see the deleted scene? We got to watch it after. It's amazing.
Blu-ray.
Give me a quick synopsis.
All I'm saying is
it's the extended mall sequence.
I'm telling you right now, if that scene was in the movie, I would have not made the complaint that it wasn't 80s enough.
Wasn't Taylor Swift supposed to be Dazzler?
No,
it was hinted at, but it wasn't confirmed.
Hinted at, like they pull up a record cover that says Dazzler or something like that. But I don't know if it's Taylor Swift on there.
No, I don't know if it is either.
They gave away that record at Comic-Con.
Did they really?
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow,
and
crazy.
So, it was a Comic-Con exclusive at San Diego.
Crazy.
Sweet.
Stop taking us off topic, Todd. Go ahead, Alika.
All right.
All-Star Batman's number 2. Batgirl.
Isn't that the one you want?
Number 2.
Do you know who's writing All-Star Batman?
No. You can pick up the comic right there.
I bet you.
Scott Snyder.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be Scott Snyder.
Drawn by John Romita.
JR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 2. Black Panther number 6.
Ooh.
Ta-Nehisi Coates. Briggs Land number 2. Gonna be a TV show.
Not familiar.
Briggs Land, you'd like that one. It's about those American patriots who stood their ground against the federal agents.
Nice. I like that. I like that.
What do they call them? The land activists?
Yeah.
Not the terrorists.
Like what's going on right now in South Dakota?
Let's not pick at that one.
No, I'm just saying though.
I think
those guys are fighting for their right.
Well, let me tell you something. That's what happens when big government decides to put a pipeline on the reservation. So
yeah, but they don't want to put it through where the subdivisions or golf courses are.
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly. Hey, listen, I'm actually on their side for that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Nice of you, man.
I totally am, yeah. But that's what happens when big business and big government get together and they work together. No one ever talks about it. See? Anyway, go ahead. See?
Let's get back to comic
There's
politics.
a comic book about that.
Comic politics.
So big,
Civil War 2. Amazing Spider-Man 404.
Civil War.
We're big government and big politics.
That's right.
Civil War.
It is. This is exactly what this is.
Where the government butts their nose in where it doesn't belong.
That's right.
Gods of War 404.
It's Tony Stark trying to
By the
lay
way,
pipe in
everyone
Captain
knows
America all over
if
again.
superheroes really existed, we would all want a registration act for them.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want to get shot by a Cyclops beam.
You're dang right. Everyone knows it.
I don't want to get teleported to hell.
That's right. That's why I'm on Tony Stark's side, even though I'm a Captain America fan.
Deadpool number 18.
Ooh.
That guy's crazy. I'd want to register him.
I would definitely want to register Deadpool. You're doggone right.
Detective Comics 940. Mm-hmm. Doom Patrol number 1.
Vertigo
is trying to go back in that direction that they were in the 90s and restarting all this trippy new stuff. Cave Carson's getting
I was going to say, you might not
Young
be too
Animal.
excited about it because that one's written by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's the one by Jared Way, right?
Gerard Way. Yes.
Gerard Way, whatever his
Gerard
stupid name is. By the way, you couldn't register Batman because he's technically not a superhero. So anyway,
but that's true. Yeah.
He would defy that tooth and nail anyway, though.
It's true. He would. He really would.
Because he's only real when it's useful.
The Fix.
How dare you?
How dare
you?
He's real to me.
The Fix number 5 is a very popular comic series lately for some odd reason. It's an independent, Todd. From you. Do you know about The Fix? What's up with that?
That's the name of the podcast. That's an independent, Todd.
No, it's not.
Oh,
it's
no?
mostly male.
That's mostly male. That's right.
It's an image book.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Awesome. Well, what are you good for?
Well, listen, it's been nice having you on the show.
Yeah, I know.
The Flash number 6, you know what? I think that one's about a really fast guy.
Oh, okay.
Gotham Academy, second semester, number 1.
Whoa. What's in that? That's kind of cool.
Gotham Academy. It's like the young, like Teen Titan-esque heroes, but they're at Gotham. They're in like a high school setting. And they like to have mysteries and stuff.
So it's like what, like an X-Men kind of thing?
Think Breakfast Club,
like a sleepover
in like Gotham
kind of
City.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of cool. I'd be down
if it lives up to that log line. Sure,
it is pretty much. It's like a big DC sleepover, but they're not in costume or anything. They're like school kid style.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's Bruce Wayne and all of them when they were kids.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like
there was a cartoon that was almost that, but that's not this.
It's not like the Teen Titans that's on Cartoon Network, is it? Because that
no, not goofy
garbage.
like that. No, it's like
the
art's really nice. I'm
cool.
blanking on who the artist is, but they're really popular.
Cool.
Green Lanterns number 6, Gwenpool number 6, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 4, Hot Damn number 505, Lady Killer 2 number 2.
Ooh.
Lumberjanes Gotham Academy number 4.
Oh, it's crossover.
Yeah, crossover. They've been
Lumberjanes Boom Studios, right?
Yeah, and that'll give you an idea to what the tone of Gotham Academy is that it actually crosses over quite well with Lumberjanes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it? I mean, is Gotham Academy kind of like the DC superhero girls kind of thing?
Yeah, but younger. They're
really?
They're like high school, middle school age.
Crazy. All right, cool.
We got New Superman number 3. That's that Chinese Superman.
Nice.
Norman number 4.
That's the Superman that puts pee-pee in your Coke.
No.
Wait, what? Did I miss
that? That's that sweet and sour Superman.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Speaking of soft drinks. Speaking of soft drinks, did everybody see that Crystal Pepsi made a comeback?
That was
Pepsi,
bad.
yeah.
That was horrible.
Sold out everywhere.
Crystal Pepsi sold out everywhere. I actually bought one.
It's actually not like it used to be. It doesn't taste like the older.
I like the original Crystal Pepsi.
Like it didn't taste like Pepsi. The stuff now just
it looked
tastes
like it
Pepsi.
tasted like liquefied styrofoam.
It tastes like pure unadulterated syrup, and I could only drink like maybe a couple sips.
You know what they got to bring back? OK Soda. Now that was good.
I don't remember OK Soda.
It basically tasted like every soda ever invented mixed together.
Are you sure it wasn't your mom going, "Hey son, this soda is okay"?
You don't remember OK
It's
Soda?
like handwritten on there.
No, you don't remember OK Soda? They had a phone number. You called 1-800-I-FEEL-OK, and it would have like random.
No
this
way.
This is what a dog thinks.
No
and then it goes,
way.
I feel okay.
That's crazy.
And we were like little kids, so we thought it was hilarious. So we'd always call.
All right,
No, it was just the soda that you guys left on the table. She poured it into a giant pitcher, kind of.
And when you guys called
Stand
her,
around.
she just picked up the phone in the other room, and she was just
Said
like
random stuff to
All
me.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Hey, look up OK Soda while he's talking.
I'd be impressed with my mom if she came up with that stuff.
That'd be awesome. Anyway, what else on that list?
Old Man Logan number 11.
Okay.
Red Hood and the Outlaws number 2.
Cool. It's on eBay. Okay, so you can buy it on eBay.
Nice. Samurai Brothers in Arms number 1 of 6. That series is very, very good. Great art.
Okay.
Done by a French. Okay. But it's awesome. It's incredible story, incredible art. Scooby-Doo Apocalypse number 5. Spider-Man number 8. That's the Miles Morales Spider-Man. Suicide Squad number 2. Superwoman number 2.
I was watching Kevin Smith's new series called Geeking Out. So he's actually drawing the Suicide Squad.
He's not drawing. He writes.
He said he was drawing it.
Kevin Smith is drawing it?
No. Jim Lee was drawing it.
Jim Lee is drawing it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Jim Lee was drawing it. I was like, wow.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
you follow his Instagram,
You are really late to the party on that
He
one.
didn't
Yeah,
say Jimmy's name at all.
I didn't know that. Did I not say
Because
Jim Lee?
he was here, and I
Sorry.
knew he was drawing that
Sorry,
book.
I didn't. I thought I said Jim Lee. I'm sorry.
I very bravely asked him, "Oh, what are you working on?" He's like, "Just the new Suicide Squad."
Oh, crazy!
And if you follow his Instagram, it's all the Suicide Squad and the upcoming variant cover for the next Dark Knight 3 Master Race. He's doing an awesome homage to Frank Miller's covers.
Sweet, awesome.
So we've also got Uncanny Avengers number 14,
Sweet.
Uncanny Inhumans number 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man, Marvel's releasing a whole lot of uncanny titles.
And Wonder Woman number 6.
Nice. All right. Fantastic. So if you are in the mood for some comic books, you can get them right here at Maui Comics and Collectibles.
All the comic books.
333 Dairy Road in Kahului. It's Maui Comics and Collectibles. Well, gents, speaking of comics, while you're out and about, and after you visit here, pick up a copy of Captain America: Civil War. I don't know if you heard last week's episode, or the episode we did about best movies of the summer. This was on Todd's must-see list for 2016.
They freaking destroyed that airport.
Yeah, they did. They did. I have a feeling that was an abandoned
I love
airport.
how, like, the scene before is them all being lectured about, you broke all these cities, you bad guys. And then they're in the airport, they're like, let's do this.
I think he has us a point. It wasn't about the cities being wrecked. I think it was more about the people dying from the cities getting wrecked.
I'm sure there were people in those airplanes they were tearing to shreds.
Because they
it
clearly
was an
says
abandoned-
evacuated before they even started fighting.
Right? They said that.
So it's okay that they break everything instead of going to the open field.
And it wasn't
directly
like
adjacent to every
they
airport.
chose to fight there. He needed to get to the jet to go find the dude, and they just ambushed him there.
Yeah, and plus on top of that, Tony Stark, after it's done, he probably dropped a few coin.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, buying insurance policies in the Marvel Universe has to be like one of the best things ever.
Collateral damage, baby. Telling you right now, S.H.I.E.L.D. holds a lot of insurance. So anyway.
Like being a construction guy in the Marvel Universe, you don't ever have to worry about work.
Right. You are contracted.
Yeah.
For life.
You're not going to...
Did that show get put on pause?
It did.
So.
Yes.
What show?
Damage Control.
Damage Control.
Oh, the Marvel one.
Yeah. Well, the DC one is actually
Powerless.
Yeah, Powerless is actually a thing.
Yeah, but that's like completely not the same theme, though. Damage Control are the guys fixing what the people with powers are doing.
Well, yeah, but in Powerless, I believe that they're not technically a contracting, but they are working alongside of, like they are doing the menial tasks.
I thought they were reporting on stuff.
No, I thought that
I haven't actually followed that show that much.
Well, if you guys
know
know,
Alan Tudyk is in it, which will get me to watch that show.
I like Alan Tudyk. He's awesome.
What? That Powerless is on?
Did you watch Con Man?
It's not on yet.
Did you watch Con Man?
What?
Con Man.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
No, it's good.
Dude, I totally thought you said condom. I was like, what?
Did you watch that? Did you watch?
No, not yet.
No.
Do you watch condoms?
Do you watch condom?
Only on NERDWatch Magnum after dark with Hawaiian Hot Nights.
With the NERDWatch men. Gents, not too much to talk about today. We are getting into the fall season. Football,
we'll find something.
Football season has begun.
Sports
And
ball.
Once sports ball starts,
Television seasons are starting soon, too.
the releases keep on coming because not only has Civil War come out digitally, they just released Warcraft. They've digitally released a lot of the summer movies that are coming out here. So, and a bunch of games are getting released too. So we can look forward to a lot more stuff to do.
It's funny though because all the games that I bought last week were all games that came out on the previous system.
That is true.
I bought Resident Evil 4 and 5 and the first 3 Uncharted. And I was just like, wow, I have a PS4, but I'm buying all the games from one generation ago.
And by the way, since we're talking about PS4, this may not interest you guys, but they announced 2 new consoles for Sony. One's the PS4 Slim, and the other one is the PS4 Pro. That's right.
So it's the same system.
Well, technically, no. The PS4 Pro has got 4.6 teraflops of goodness inside of it. I have better...
And yet it's not 4K Ultra compatible.
That's
it's
right.
so stupid.
It's the weirdest thing ever.
Teraflops just makes the inside of a Sony PlayStation sound squishy.
It does.
Teraflop sounds like the kind of thing that somebody would say in the background in a Star Trek show.
Right,
Like,
right. Or
Is that like a parsec? Is that...
No, what I'm thinking is
okay.
that if it was in a comic book, it would be a tremendously big-breasted villain.
Oh, okay.
So
Teraflop.
that's what I was thinking.
wasn't that the name of that one dancer in Jabba's palace? Not the green one, the other one.
Yeah.
Teraflops, because she had the 6 boobs going on.
That's right.
Wouldn't she be Teraflops?
She would be Teraflops.
That's if Teraflops is like.
But that's
two
her
names.
last name, so it's Teraflops.
It's 2 names. Yeah. Please, when she's dancing, she likes to be called Miss Flops.
Miss Flops.
Flopsy McFlopperson.
Anyway, Phormat being the guy. Miss Flops center stage.
She gets up. She's like, "Don't hate me because I'm drawn this way."
So, Phormat, I'm assuming you saw the announcement from Sony. Were you as unimpressed as the majority of people that were watching it were?
No.
Really?
You were impressed.
I was super impressed.
Really?
I would buy one of each.
Wow, I would buy the Slim. I don't know if I'd buy the Pro. The Slim's is $100 cheaper, but I think it's a nicer console, and
It's a tighter package.
It's a much tighter package.
Because the Pro is like
$400.
Yeah, but it would be as close to buying a rig than buying a rig.
and that is what they're going for. They're going for people that actually buy PCs. They're going for guys who want to buy a rig. So, and it costs them a lot less. So, yeah, anyway, it's a good thing and a bad thing because, of course, Scorpio, Xbox's answer to it, will be out with double the power. So, we'll see. But a lot of fanboys weren't impressed with it, with the initial announcement. But I'm sure we'll see who wins out the console war this Christmas.
It's not so much the console thing that the announcement that I'm worried about. I'm worried about Kazuo's announcement that they want to go into the mobile space.
Oh, yes, that's right. He was talking about that.
I don't really care about the console thing because the console thing, that will be ongoing forever.
That's true.
But them wanting to go into the mobile space just because
the success of
Pokemon
Go.
No,
That doesn't work.
That's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing at all. Matter of fact, that's one of the things that Sony's been, this Christmas, they have been criticized for, is that there's not enough first-party titles, number one, and that's why they keep buying up all the exclusive rights to, like, Call of Duty and to Destiny.
Well, to their credit, what Sony does best is they allow third-party developers to develop for their systems.
Yes, that's true.
Their first-party stuff has never been all that great. Like, they have a few titles.
What's a first-party Sony game?
Something like Uncharted would be a first-party Sony
Crash
game.
Bandicoot?
Crash Bandicoot would be a first-party thing. Very good, Alika. Good.
Wow.
Good boy.
That was back in the 90s.
Yeah, good job. So it would be something that was produced by, or the tag or the developer would be Sony. So, yeah. Like The Last of Us is a Sony title. So it's a first.
But everything
that
else
was a really good game.
Odds are, if you
game.
buy a PlayStation and a game comes with it, that's a Sony title. Odds are.
pretty much it.
Yeah, you're right. That's about right. So, but anywho, this is kind of an answer to what Xbox had done with the One S, which I think is a phenomenal piece of hardware because I enjoy mine. But overall,
The 1S?
yeah.
What does that have to do with the mobile space?
Well, what I'm saying is that because of all these announcements, and the fact is that now with the advancements of not just the consoles, but the mobile space itself keeps advancing. I don't know if Sony has to. They've obviously abandoned the Vita, so if Sony has to go mobile, that's where they're going. Is because that's where all of the money's going to be, is in the mobile space, and that's where all the tech's going to go. So we'll see.
Super Mario Go is coming soon. Or what is it, Super Mario Run?
Super Mario Run. It's going to be an iOS exclusive for
I still say they should make a Mario Kart Go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand
all the traffic accidents.
I'm one of those guys that. Speaking of gaming, I think Nintendo should stop making consoles and just
No.
license
You're allowed
it.
to put out a cartridge console.
I
so
know
let
the
them at least do that
NX.
first.
The NX. I know. I'm not a fan.
Stoked for a return to cartridge.
All I will say is this:
practical.
if there's one game I would like to play, is that new Zelda game, which looks phenomenal. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd really buy a console
what is
for
it?
that.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. With a really weird name. I don't know what that
The
means.
gameplay looks incredible.
It does look amazing.
And it's stylistic. It's not just like N64 or Ocarina of Time, like clunky looking. It's
Look at you, Mr. Retro Games, talking all
I
current
love
gen.
Zelda. Zelda's my favorite series.
Those games sold well. Like,
no, I know,
sold
but I'm
the
just saying
games.
the art wasn't that great on
They
N64.
sold consoles.
My
Yeah.
favorite art was Wind Waker, actually, because it was like Super Nintendo style, but 3D. I thought the art was incredible. That was the GameCube one.
You know who? That is pretty much
Ocarina of Time, the 64 one.
No, Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, the one that looked like cell animation.
It looked like a cartoon.
Yeah,
like when you were playing, and it was
great.
so smooth. The gameplay was
that one didn't sell as much as the one before it, but
which was Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
See, but if you notice,
the pre-sales, like they own it, like that, they have a Guinness World Record for that.
Out of all the consoles that existed,
out of the two, Ocarina is the better game.
It is. I agree.
But there's a lot of people that are really fond of Wind Waker.
I am a huge.
I've played them both, and I thought that the other one stylistically was so different from the first one. There was a bit of a.
The fact that you guys aren't mentioning Majora's Mask is really bothering me.
Well, I was going to say, it's just a sequel to Ocarina, and I didn't play Majora's Mask, by the way.
I love that game. I think it's totally underrated. But what's interesting is that out of all the consoles that exist, out of all the developers that exist, the only company that has mascots that personify their brand, it is Nintendo.
They're great. They have awesome licensed
Crash
properties.
Bandicoot, not a big deal. Then they do.
Well, it's genius because when they release a new system, and it's a shame that they licensed Mega Man out to so many other consoles. But every time they
Mega Man was a Capcom.
Capcom, that's right. I'm sorry, there wasn't. But every time they put out a system, everybody's going to buy. I will buy it just to play the new Mario and the new Zelda every time.
And there's a lot of.
That's right. I don't know.
And it's so weird that I'm not. I used to be like that, but I'm not like that anymore. But it's so weird that is how a lot of fans are. They will buy the console just to play those games.
Well,
there's not much else for Nintendo to be.
But that's what I'm saying is, wouldn't you widen your base if you were to forget about the consoles? You're not doing great in that space.
Why not do it both?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of money that's being invested. I know they're making a lot of money from their mobile platform, which is the DS, but still. I'm one of those guys. It's like, man, why not just?
Everybody has said that Nintendo is on the verge of bankrupt for many, many years.
That is true. They have.
They are not. They are really well backed.
I'm pretty sure.
And that's the reason why they can take these jumps into different genres and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because they have the financial backing to guarantee, whether it fails or not, that they'll still come out in the end.
I think sometimes we underestimate Japan's own influence on the Nintendo brand, maybe. I mean, because Pokemon itself is an amazing title in Japan. Mario still going strong in Japan. There's a lot of these things that are still, I mean, the financial aspect of it and the profit that is reaped from just Japan only would probably be extraordinary, is what I'm guessing.
Mario made a cameo at the Olympics.
Yes, Mario.
Super Minister Abe.
That's right. That's awesome. But anywho, so that came out. That was a big announcement from Sony this week. We got into Nintendo. But also this week, for those of you that care, or for those of nerds that really give a crap about it, the iPhone 7 was announced. That was kind of
about that.
And you know what's interesting is that is it's an interesting Apple.
Oh
yeah, Apple. You know,
can you hold your tongue and say that?
I can try.
No, don't do it.
This
isn't the playground, G.
Oh man, no. The funny thing is, I remember that from Playground.
Hold your tongue and say, "I was born on a pirate ship."
That's right. That's right. That's what we used to do. Anyway, for those of you that are interested, of course, Apple decided to, and the only reason I bring it up is because it is such a pop culture phenomenon.
Yeah, but
iPhone.
by this point, it's like. Why?
I don't know. Well, listen.
Wait until you got something crazy like we can bend it and roll it up and put it in our pocket or something.
Listen, they did go crazy.
You can.
They got rid of the.
Bend it up and roll it in your pocket.
They got rid of the headphone jack.
It.
How many phones have ever gotten rid of the headphone jack?
That's dumb.
It's crazy.
Didn't Android do it like a couple of years ago?
I don't know about the headphone jack. I don't think they ever got rid of the headphone jack.
Yeah, you did, because there was a special port that doubled as the charging jack and the headphone jack.
Really? Yes. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't remember that at all. But that's what Apple's doing now too. They have that. They have a jack and a port that it sits on, and in order to listen to it with headphones, you have to put it on there. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so it's pretty crazy. Anyway, iPhone 7.
iPhone 7.
I'm sure that
iPhone 7. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that Gannon will be picking himself up one of those for sure.
Why? Why would I pick that up?
Well,
I just happen to be borrowing an iPhone.
Oh, because are you borrowing an iPhone?
You're going to be borrowing an iPhone 7.
You know Gannon. Apple everything.
Apple everything.
Right? You know, Gannon. He's part of the cult.
He is part of the cult. That's crazy. Speaking of that, speaking of cults,
Going into Tobin's Spirit
I just saw
Guide,
the movie The Invitation, which is all about cults. That's a fascinating movie.
which one is that?
It's a horror film that came out. Just came out on Blu-ray, I think, a week or so ago.
The Invitation?
Yeah.
Why am I not aware of this?
Yeah, it came
because
out.
you don't watch movies.
It was a festival. it was like a festival favorite for a while, and it's.
Is it decent?
It's not really a horror film. It's really more of a slow burn suspense type of thing.
I like that.
But essentially, the guy and his girlfriend are invited to a dinner party with all these friends they hadn't seen in a long time, and there's a backstory between him and the ex-wife is there, and as the night unfolds, like there's one crazy thing that happens after another and after another. I kind of don't want to spoil it on the pod, but it has a pretty good twist ending to it. It's not quite a twist, but it has a little extra tweak at the ending that you don't quite see coming when you see it. Is very
so
impactful.
a slow burn like House of the Devil, which is a pretty good flick. I like that movie. I really like it.
Again, it's not an out and out horror film, so I hate kind of putting it that way. It's probably a horror film the same way The Sixth Sense was.
Right.
Sixth Sense isn't really a horror movie, but it goes into the themes of it.
Well, speaking of horror films, this weekend is the Blair Witch. How much are you looking forward to seeing that?
I'm a fan of Adam Wingard, who's directing it. Like the first one, there seems to be a lot of
hype.
The viral marketing, I was going to say, around it is pretty fascinating to me, because this movie was up until only a few months ago. This movie was called The Woods.
Yes,
and
smart.
It's rare to have a movie that comes up out of nowhere that you don't know is coming.
I like that.
We don't really have that anymore, so it's kind of cool that this gets to be a movie that we didn't know anything about. Of course not. We've seen the trailers for about a month and a half now. We already know what it is.
But
the only thing that makes the one thing that makes me leery about it is it's yet another horror trailer where somebody's crawling away from something and they get dragged away. I'm really getting sick of seeing horror films where somebody's getting dragged off camera. It's such a cliche already.
Do you think that now, knowing what we do know, as great as Blair Witch was in '99, I think, does it still hold up?
Like we were talking about earlier, I think the phenomenon to Blair Witch is probably better than the movie can live up to. Because I don't think you could show the Blair Witch movie to somebody now and they would get the same thing out of it that people did when it came out.
The first time I saw I'll never have that sensation with that movie again.
True.
But you bought into everything that went around with that movie, like the viral marketing to it all, like, oh, it really happened.
Right, and you know what's funny is that I think a lot of people fell into that. I mean, I fell into that.
While I was watching the movie, I was like, is it or isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
But I mean, there's all this stuff to look at online to get more information and stuff like that. So that it was one of the few times. It was like, I think that was the first movie like to come out where the story experience of the movie doesn't end in just the movie. It expands into other mediums. There was a comic book. There was a, like I said, there's viral stuff to do online.
There was a crappy sequel.
I still want to see the director's cut of that.
Do you really?
Because I've read interviews with the director of that second film, and his intentions of what he wanted the movie to be don't sound like the movie that came out.
Interesting.
Because the movie, when you watch it, even if you watch it now, which I haven't seen in a while, but I was watching this retrospective on it, and it is cut like your traditional early 90s horror film. Like a lot of
quick cuts.
Weird flash quick cuts, and, your traditional 90s hard rock music thrown over everything.
I hated
and,
it.
a lot of stereotypical stuff you always see in the 90s.
City of Angels?
Hey, that movie sucked, too. By the way,
except Iggy Pop was in there, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Iggy Pop was going to play Top Dollar. Not Top Dollar.
Iggy Pop was
Fun Boy. He was going to play Fun Boy.
Is anybody, any of you guys fans of Blair Witch at all? I mean,
I thought the first one was a cool experience, but I tried to watch it a second time. It was like, I already knew.
That's the other thing about it. It's not a movie that benefits from repeat viewings.
Good point.
Because once you've seen it,
the shock value was great. The first time, I was like, it totally got me.
I didn't think it was that scary, and it made me motion sick. Like I had to kind of.
Same with me.
The first time I was so into it, I didn't care about the motion. The second time, I was like, I can't watch this.
In the theater, it was bad, but when I watched it on television on the home video, it wasn't bad at all. It's just when I'm on those big screens, I have a problem with it. But other than that, I thought it was. At the time, I thought it was good, but I don't think it holds up. like it used to. And I think that's why they're reinventing the Blair Witch, and I think it may be a good idea. So it might work. At least I hope so.
Curious to see if they're going to show her this time.
Apparently, from what I was reading, I've been reading lately, that they are expanding upon the way the first one ended, and they are going to give us more of that. They're going to give us more of the I guess you could say, the antagonist, the whatever.
Well, in the first one, it's not even clear if it's the witch.
Or if it's
or
her.
if there's because they bring up this whole subplot of a serial killer.
Right.
So it could be that, too.
Right.
So,
but that's what made it so dark, is like they got murdered by the serial killer. It's not even the witch. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they're out there hunting some witch thinking it's that. But then you got the standing in the corner thing, and you're like, what happened?
So it could be either way. It's really left up to you.
And that's what was great about that movie. Bro.
Yeah, it's really left up to you to kind of make up your mind about what happened.
Well, if
Not to figure it out, but for you, your interpretation of what you think it was.
Well, if BloodyDisgusting.com says it's cool, then we should watch it.
Did you guys hear about the new French horror film called Raw?
I posted it on the NERDWatch, sir.
Okay.
There was at the Toronto Film Festival, International Film Festival. There's a new French film. I guess it's a horror film or whatever. It's called Raw, and it's about a vegan who becomes a cannibal. And
that's like a crazy turn.
It's the French.
You're like, I'm going to go from not harming anything to eating humans.
Right. And here's the funny thing. Apparently, in the actual film, people were passing out. Pretty crazy. Yeah. So of course,
maybe it's like the Ray Liotta brain eating scene from Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh, that would be kind of cool.
Red Dragon. What movie
is it? It was Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
No. It was I think it was Red Dragon.
No. It was no. You're right. It is Red Dragon. But
it was Red Dragon.
But if you want to see something better than that, just watch Manhunter. It's way better. No, it's Red Dragon because that's one by Brett Rat. No,
you're right. It's not Red Dragon.
It's Hannibal.
It's Hannibal.
It's Hannibal.
Yeah,
it's Hannibal.
It's Hannibal.
Hannibal. See, Phormat, I was trying to tell you.
Where he's cooking his brain and not going to meet it.
That's right. Pretty nuts.
That's a pretty gnarly scene.
That's a great book, bad movie. Great book, bad movie.
It's true. It's funny. At the end of are you guys going to read the book?
No.
Okay, spoilers.
There you go.
I'm probably going to read the book.
Clarice and Hannibal run off together.
They
a cannibal.
They scissor each other, which is I'm just sorry.
Whoa. I don't think you can say that.
Can I say it? I'm sorry. No.
Well, hello, Clarice.
No, they actually end up together.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is a great ending. Plus,
they had a great rapport.
Plus, in the movie, they never talk about the brother of the antagonist in the book. Anyway, the book is phenomenal. Read Hannibal; it's awesome. Anyway,
yes. I think, but did you read the book first?
Of course.
See, that's the thing. Like, I kind of wish I hadn't read the book first. I wish I would have seen the movie, and then I think that the movie would have been okay, and then I would have read the book. I would blow my mind.
The problem is that my problem is that I went back to read Silence of the Lambs after I watched Silence of the Lambs. So everything I saw was Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. That's what I did. So. Anyway, we've got more releases this weekend. I think there's a couple more movies along with Blair Witch that are coming out. I just can't remember them at this time. I know Blair Witch is the biggest movie of the weekend. I mean, at least for me. I didn't tell you guys. I got to watch Sully. I know it's not exactly nerd-worthy, but I watched Sully with Tom Hanks.
Was it good?
It was excellent. I really liked it.
I love that because that movie came out, there's those memes of, like, the last guy you should ever get on a plane with.
It's Tom Hanks, yeah. Great movie.
Last person you should travel
it's
with.
like one of the shortest Clint Eastwood movies I've ever seen. It's like an hour and a half. It's not some 2.5 hour, 3 hour epic.
He probably had to work hard. Yeah, he probably had to work to stretch it.
He did. But it was good though. You should watch Sully for sure.
I feel like it's Clint Eastwood's version of Flight.
I love
Denzel movie.
Yeah, I've never watched Flight and I want to, but
it's really
love.
It's a good movie.
Don't tell me about it. I love Clint Eastwood. I think
he's a black pilot.
He's a great director. Oh man!
And
spoilers. Don't ruin it for me.
And he flies planes.
What did you think about Gran Torino?
He flies them drunk.
I love Gran Torino. Gran Torino. Anything that Clint Eastwood directs, I'm down. Gran Torino was awesome. I love $1 Million Baby. I love Unforgiven. I love that movie. I love those movies.
$1 Million Baby.
You never saw $1 Million Baby? Phenomenal.
He has an old car.
He does. It's a Gran Torino. It's pretty crazy. Anywho,
he yells from his porch.
Yes, he does.
They should get Clint Eastwood to direct the next Batman movie.
They should, right?
I think I was one of the
lucky punk.
I was always one of those guys that always thought that Clint Eastwood would probably be a good Wolverine 20 years ago.
You'd be a good old man Logan.
Yeah.
He's got that look.
Yeah, he does.
That really steely look.
He would be a good Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, he would.
I was talking to some guys. They were saying that they thought that the 1989 Batman was going to be Clint Eastwood as Frank Miller, like Dark Knight Returns.
I always think that like Clint Eastwood is like one of the last of the real men. You know, him and Kurt Russell are like one of the last of the real men. So I mean,
except one of them was in the computer wore tennis shoes.
Stop it. As a young teen. So there you go.
What about Robert Redford?
He's a D-bag liberal. I can't stand him.
Make,
but he's a great actor, though. Sorry.
What about Ted Nugent?
Oh, I love Ted Nugent.
He's a man's man.
He's a man's
the same
man.
guy?
He's a man's
Pretty
man.
much.
Figure you'd like him.
Yeah,
We get into it. They're pretty much
Don't they
the same
all make salad dressing now?
Yeah, they do. I think they do. But
That's Paul Newman,
that is Paul Newman.
and I don't think he's alive anymore.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, well, Paul Newman, Robert Redford, they're interchangeable. It's crazy.
But they all make salad dressing and race cars.
The sting must have been really confusing for you.
Like, that's the same guy, though. Why is he rubbing his nose at himself?
I love The Sting. That is a great movie, too. Of course, my other favorite one is Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. That's another good movie. Anyway, enough with my old school nerddom.
That came out like 1970?
Yeah.
1971?
71 or 72.
Super old.
Really old. Yeah, thanks. But anyway,
Dig that one out of the archive.
this weekend, go watch yourself some Blair Witch. Do yourself a favor.
13 years
If
before
you
I was
don't
born.
like it.
Go out and buy Civil War.
Or don't.
Don't do
Captain
it.
America
Conjuring
Civil
2
War
also
on
came out
Blu-ray.
on Blu-ray, I think.
Which one?
Didn't it? Conjuring 2?
Conjuring 2 came out. That's right. Also on digital was
I heard that one
Warcraft.
was all right.
You know what came out on Blu-ray today, but it's a limited release, so you're lucky if you can get it.
Yes, I know.
Remo Williams.
I love Remo Williams.
What the heck is Remo? Williams?
What the? What the?
Child of the 80s, you don't remember Remo Williams?
Wow.
I don't remember
He
Remo
had-
Williams.
Oh,
that
good
was the
Lord.
movie starring
I think you would dig
Fred Ward. He
The
was.
famous poster of him hanging off
For
like
the
the
Statue of Liberty?
Liberty's crown.
It was a Joel Grey. Joel Grey played a Korean martial arts expert.
The name of the movie is Rema.
Remo
The
Williams.
Adventures of Remo Williams.
No. Remo Williams. The Adventure Begins.
Oh, right. Exactly.
No.
What do they call the
What year is
sequel?
this?
It never got a sequel.
Oh, that's weird.
1983 or
I
84?
have never.
What?
Is this like a Return of Leonard Part 6 or whatever?
No, I'm telling you.
No,
you got
it's a legit good action
It's a
movie.
legitimately good
you would dig
80s
it.
action flick. It's fun.
it out, then.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
see it.
You know what movie from the 80s has been stuck in my mind, though?
Mm-hmm.
And we need to just do a commentary.
Which one?
What is the one with Bronson Pinchot?
Second Sight.
Second Sight.
Yes.
I need to watch that movie again.
Stuart Pankin, John Larroquette.
I remember loving that movie.
That is a great movie. It's an underrated classic.
It's an action movie?
great special
No, it's
effects.
a comedy movie. It's great. Where
You know
Bronson
what's a
Pinchot
great?
is like
Pinchot's a
You know what else is a great underrated comedy movie that not too many people know or remember is oh my god, I just blanked on it.
which one?
Must not have been that good.
Brain Donors. Ironic
Oh,
enough.
yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Brain Donors is an homage
With
to
John
the Marx
Turturro.
Brothers.
Yeah.
So much
It's
Marx Brothers.
so good.
It's very funny.
Like it's one of my favorite things he's done that has nothing to do with what most people love him for.
Yeah,
I
it's
used
great.
to watch that movie so much when
Yeah,
that came out.
very funny movie. It is actually
So underrated too. Like
It
most
is.
people don't even know about it.
It's actually a remake of A Night at the Opera from the Marx Brothers. It's almost that is what it is. But listen, we're running out of time. I could talk to you guys
Are we?
forever and ever and ever, but we're running out of time for Akaku, running out of time for YouTube. So we have got to get the heck out of here.
Shane Black is going to make Remo Williams.
No,
He's remaking it.
don't tease me.
He's doing it.
Man, that's going to be awesome.
That's the guy to remake it.
He would be. So please watch us on YouTube at NerdWatch Nation. Watch us on Facebook, facebook.com/NerdWatch, the podcast.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Filipino.
Available in Sweden now.
The podcast will be posted there as well.
There's that Filipino poking out.
That's right. Also, stay tuned
I can
for
see it right here.
Stay tuned for our new podcast called Nerd Watchmen, Nerd Watch Magnum, Nerd Watch After Dark, whatever it is. It's coming up.
Nerd
soon.
Watch Hot Hawaiian Nights.
That's right. You can follow us on Instagram at _NerdWatch as well.
Hot, hard Hawaiian
That's right.
There you go.
Stay in touch with the Nerdwatch on Facebook.com/NerdWatch for more details about the first annual Maui Comic-Con. That's good, too. I love it. So make sure that you guys do yourself a favor, watch a movie this weekend, or buy Civil War, or buy Warcraft on digital HD. It's available now. If you haven't seen it, it's there. Central Intelligence is also available as well. Don't watch that. That movie is...
I want to watch that. Really?
Central Intelligence is almost as good as Civil War.
Central Intelligence... I was more
Kevin
annoyed.
Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I was more annoyed with The Rock than I was with Kevin Hart, and I can't stand Kevin Hart.
Sweet. I want to watch it now.
Now you want to watch it? Crazy.
That's the movie we are all going to watch this weekend now.
All right, nice. Well, listen, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. We love you guys very much. We will see you guys next week right here on the show. So for Todd Bernardi, for Gannon, the horror aficionado, you're watching Blair Witch this weekend, aren't you?
Yes.
At some point.
Gannon and Scary Fish.
Yes. Phormat, our gaming guru.
Bye, Sony.
Bye. And, of course, the comic book chairman himself, Alika, and his lovely comic book store, Maui Comics and Collectibles, and the man who does not get enough credit for the hard work that he does for the Nerdwatch, Todd Bernardi. No, I'm just kidding. The comic book henchman.
Swan.
Dude, he was over there Facebooking the whole night.
I know, the comic book henchman, not getting enough credit as he should.
Social media.
So until next time, peace out, and much love, and most assuredly, always stay nerdy. And, of course, until next weekend, next week, we say to you, aloha.